to my YouTube channel. Welcome if you are new. Welcome back if you are returning. My name is Tari here at Owl Define Myself. Yes, owls. Um, and welcome to a Parliament. Parliament is officially in session. So this is going to be an August monthly reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements in the sign of Pisces. Okay, so if any of your placements fall in the sign of Pisces for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, this message from your spirit guides, your angels, from the divine is for you for the month of August. Okay, so in this moment, we're going to go ahead and dive in. I encourage you to pause. There's power in the pause. Activate your intuition. Be in community with us. And activating your intuition only ensures that you get the most out of the reading and what you are meant to get. If it resonates, that's great. That's amazing. Take it, utilize it, however you see fit and how it applies to your life. If it does not, that is also okay. But please sure to check out the other readings in your placements to get full scope and picture of the messages that are coming through for you. Okay, Pisces. Hello. How are you all doing? I hope you have been doing well, that you have been caring for yourselves. Let's see what messages come through from Spirit for you all for the month of August. Thank you, Spirit, in advance for the messages that are going to come through. Okay, so first and foremost, we have Queen of Cups energy coming through. Queen of Cups energy coming through. Okay, so we've got water energy coming through. You all are highly intuitive as it is. You are like the queens and kings of of intuition. Pisces are considered that. So I feel like this is like your natural state of being, okay, as an individual. So this is where you normally are sitting. Like this is typically who you are as a person every day, all throughout. You're very nurturing, okay? You are in tune with your intuition. And you have this disposition about you that makes people feel comfortable, maybe even comfortable talking to you or communicating with you. You have the ability to get there or to be that person. Okay, so we also have Ace of Wands coming through, okay? But the Ace of Wands came in reverse. Okay, so it did not come out upright. Now, typically, when you have an Ace of Wands, you are really, really sitting in a space and place of like, I'm co creating, these creative juices are flowing. Like, I am here and I've got my wand and I am drawing it out. Okay, very picturesque. I'm visualizing. I am overcome and I am overwhelmed in the best of way. Um, with whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, this new inspiration of sorts. However, yours came in reverse, okay? Which tells me that that could be an area that you are struggling with right now. We'll definitely need to probably clarify that. But I get the feeling that you haven't been feeling like yourself lately. I feel like that's what's coming through. Even with the Queen of Cups energy, like I was getting the feeling like, yeah, this is normally you, but I said normally, and that came out naturally. So I get the feeling that you haven't necessarily been feeling like yourself, or maybe kind of like you're far removed, or you've just been kind of feeling like your energy is like not figuring out how you feel, or you've been struggling with pinpointing like that information and kind of nailing down exactly what is like bothering you or what's going on in your subconscious. But I get the feeling that you are not feeling like yourself. I feel like Pisces are naturally creative, and I feel like even that is something that you have been struggling with. Like, not, again, not feeling like you. Just not feeling like you. We have Ace of Pentacles coming through for you guys. Ace of Pentacles, so more earth energy coming through. Seems to be a pretty good balance at this point. There could be some sort of newness, right, that comes to you guys in the month of August. It could be a new experience, a new sort of partnership coming into place. Um, there's definitely something that is coming into fruition in the best of ways for you during the month of August. So it could be something that you were waiting for. You could be nominated for something, exposed, or given a new opportunity. Um, and I don't know, you've kind of been feeling like you haven't been feeling yourself. So you may think or double, what is it, like double guess yourself, or be like, oh, should I take this? Should I do this? Should I go for this? And the answer is yes, go for it. You miss 100% of the shots you never take. So, that's something to consider during the month of August. I am curious about why you haven't necessarily been feeling like yourself, Pisces, and I'm gonna clarify that energy. So I'm curious as to why you maybe haven't been feeling like yourself. The Spirit wants you to know that you are abundant, okay? And there is something that, and I feel like this isn't something you've been preparing for. I feel like it's something very new that is coming your way, okay? You have the moon coming through, the moon. Is there something that's been plaguing you, Pisces? Something that's been like lingering in the back of your mind that is like causing this doubt? I mean, at the end of the day, like light casts shadow, right? So what's done like in secret like will be brought to the light at some point. But it almost seems as if this moon energy is what is throwing you off. What's throwing your energy off? This is ultimately what Spirit has for you. But your energy has been off. I get the feeling that your energy has been off, or it will be off in the month of August, and you might not quite feel like yourself. So you might get some news, something might happen. And that's not to get it confused with, the end of August or you stepping into new opportunities, abundance, security, stability. This will still be there because who and what is for you will be for you no matter what. However, the journey may not be so black and white with how you get to the destination. Um, but something is either already plaguing you going into the month of August, or something is going to happen that is going to cause you to kind of shift your energy. It could be towards someone else. Like you could have an interaction with somebody and like you end up finding out like at a later time that so and so did something and you were just like, damn, like really? Like so and so did that? It could be somebody who is like conspiring against you or doesn't want you to like live your best, greatest, awesome, intuitive life. Like, who wouldn't want that for you? I want that for you, Pisces. But not everybody is in your corner, and that's the reality of it. And I think that whatever news you have found out or whatever news you are going to find out is going to cause some sort of shift in your energy. And you may not be feeling like yourself because you may decide, I'm going to change how I act around this person because they can't be trusted anymore. this this wanted to make itself known. You have the death card coming through. The death card coming through. Yeah, so something is definitely coming to an end. Something is being laid to rest, but as a result of this ending, it's going to serve as a catalyst into this Ace of Pentacles energy. So, whatever it is that happens, because I feel like during the month of August, something's going to happen. You're going to find out some sort of news or something. Or it could be something that had been lingering in the back of your mind and you got confirmation and you decide, oh, well, I'm going to move differently now. Um, it could be definitely work related, project related, business related. I don't get the feeling that it has anything to do with family. Maybe you're in business with your family, maybe you work with your family, but it's giving very professional energy of sorts, just something more business related. Um, and I think it's kind of caused you to question yourself, whatever news you find out, and you're just like not yourself, right? But you will be like at the end of the day, like you will rise above this, you will grow through this, um, and you will come out on top. I mean, I feel like that's the easiest way that I can put it. Spirit, is there a final message that you have for Pisces? Let's see. Pisces, if there are any other messages that Spirit has for you. This could be, again, like I said, the death of a relationship. It could be the death of a job, right? Like, could be all of that. Yes. To literally sum it all up, you have the world coming through. Marvelous. Love this energy for you. Love it, okay? So, beginning of August, part of August may seem a little rocky, or you may already start experiencing this energy, okay? Right now, because you get some sort of news that sheds light on something that you were either already had an inkling about, because again, you were a very intuitive person and you rest typically in that energy, but you maybe didn't want to believe it, or this completely throws you off left field and then you're starting to question your own judgment, and what you know to be and just kind of who you are as a person, and you decide that you're just gonna change it up and move, or you're acting in limbo. But whatever it is that happens, it is going to cause a change, but a change for the better. It's going to serve as this catalyst. You will either be presented with a new opportunity, or Spirit just wants you to know that ultimately, like, the world is your oyster. Like, you are abundant, okay? And I think that whatever you find out, or whoever did this, they're hoping that it had some sort of like negative impact on you. However, you end up like coming back like shinier and brighter and like a lot lighter, and like, so ultimately like their intentional plan backfired, and like you will achieve and accomplish like what you are ultimately setting out to do. Okay, Pisces, let's see what other messages are coming through for you from Spirit. Spirit, what other divine messages or guidance do you have for Pisces? We have mistakes. Okay, we have mistakes coming through. Okay, mistakes. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels love no matter what. I just heard you're worthy. And interestingly enough, I think Capricorn also got the mistakes card. The inner child has been popping out a lot for people. We have self-acceptance coming through as well. So self-acceptance. Nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our oneness, dear divine. Okay, so again, that's a part of appreciating yourself for who you are, knowing your worth and your value, but also too that could tie into that moon energy as well. Like, We are spiritual beings having an experience. We are a combination of light and dark, depending upon our shadow selves. And both of them can coexist just fine in harmony. Okay? So just keep that in mind as well for, some food for thought. So let's see, as far as your inner child, Pisces, what spiritual guidance is coming from the divine regarding your inner child. Is there something you need to focus on, something you need to let go of, something you need to embrace, you know, something you need to forgive, but ultimately, what is going to help you move forward? Whew. We have coming through, you can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. You're fully capable of doing it. I think that that is tying into this Ace of Wands in reverse energy that's coming through, because there is something that you are like struggling with. I do feel like this could tie into maybe a project of something. I really do feel like this is like work related or business related. If not, then that's fine. Feel free to leave it, but I do feel like it is work or like business related, and I feel like you're struggling. And maybe as a child you struggled with, feeling like you could or could not accomplish things, right? Um or maybe this is just a reminder of who you are naturally as a person, because you have not been feeling like yourself. And spirit is here to remind you, you can do hard things. Like, it may be a bit arduous at first, it may be a little bit rocky, but at the end of the day, this Ace of Pentacles and this world energy is waiting for you at the end of the tunnel. So trust that. Okay, Spirit, what other divine messages do you have for Pisces? Random. What are you guys having for dinner tonight? Let's see. Oop, that flipped out. We have awakening coming through for you guys. Awakening. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. Okay. So again, this Queen of Cups energy. This is you. This is your energy. This is how you typically are. Spirit wants you to get back to that space. It is very doable. It is very possible. Okay. Because you guys are ultimately intuitively beings naturally. Okay. Let's see what final message or messages from Spirit are coming through for Pisces. These are spirit animal. This is spirit animal energy that you guys maybe need to channel during the month of August. Energy that you need to bring in with you, that you need to remember. You may even see this spirit animal around, You may even see it. So you may already be seeing it, but I'm using my miniature deck, which is my traveling deck. And so they're very small. They make my smaller hands just feel like I'm just really overcrowding the cards themselves. But my hands really are just, I think, pretty average. But what is average? So we have White Raven Spirit. Trust in the magic. That is your reminder. 66 coming through. It's a good angel number you guys are probably seeing or will see if you have not already been seeing it, okay? What does 66 mean for you? Let me know. Drop it down in the comments. What does a white raven symbolize for you, okay? I would love to know. This channel is going to get all the more better when we start interacting with each other. And I have comments to read and respond to and all of those things. But that's all I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell because there are plenty of more messages where this came from. Thank you so much for being in community with me today. Parliament is officially adjourned. Okay, I'm going to love you and leave you all now, and I will talk to you next time.